Most people knows his face, Ivan Benavilov. I'm going to show you what it looks like when a dog trainer is sitting on camera and alive and lying to you, okay? There's two parts to this video, and it's in the same video. Ivan put out one video, he actually created these lies, blaming B.F Skinner for the quadrants of dog training, but in the same video, he actually contradicts his own lies. He exposes his own lies. Let's have a listen.
We approach something good or pleasant, and we avoid something bad and harmful. This helps all living things to navigate the world and make decisions that are in their best interests. Based on this, Skinner named the positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, negative punishment, also known as the operant conditioning quadrants.
Now, B.F Skinner is the father of operant conditioning, and what Ivan Benavilov is calling operant conditioning is an absolute lie. Operant conditioning is all about survival of the animal and the species in general. Not about reward and punishment, not about the quadrants of dog training. The quadrants of dog training come from a fellow by the name of Conrad Most, and in reality what Ivan is pushing is primary and secondary inducements and primary and secondary inducive compulsions. That's what's written in the book, and Ivan is an IGP trainer, which is formerly known as Schutzhund, and Conrad Most is the father of Schutzhund. Now let's get into the lies, and he's going to expose his own lies. Listen to him.
Positive punishment.
Now, positive punishment, I've read B.F. Skinner's books. I have never read the words positive or negative punishment in any of Skinner's works. That's reality. But yet people will not sit down and read B.F. Skinner. Let's have a listen to what he says.
Now, let's go over what science says about the verses. I will begin.
What science says about the verses. The science that he's pulling is actually Conrad Most and Everett Thorndike, but he's blaming B.F. Skinner. Let's keep on going.
In with positive punishment. Is there a place for it? Is it at all that bad? From early years of behaviorism, Skinner was very much against the use of punishment. In operant conditioning, it's believed that positive punishment is the least effective, per Skinner himself.
There you go. Per Skinner himself, punishment is not effective. Punishment doesn't work. Once you define what a behavior is, then punishment is off the table. You do not reward and punish behaviors. What is a behavior? It's simply an emotional or instinctual response to something in the environment. It's your body's response to something in the environment. That's it. But Ivan doesn't want to define that. Once you define the word behavior, the entire system of dog training that these people created goes in the garbage. Okay? Now, understand something. This is where it gets very important. Ivan Benavilov, once again, is an IGP dog trainer, which is formerly known as Schutzhund. Conrad Most wrote a book back in 1910 called Training Dogs, which he laid out the quadrants of dog training, the actual quadrants of dog training. Primary and secondary inducements and primary secondary inducive compulsions. Inducements are bribes. Compulsions is force using force control. Okay? Positive reinforcement does not have a treat. Positive reinforcement and operant conditioning, which Skinner is the father of. Skinner held a PhD in psychology, which is the study of the mind and behavior. But here we go. What I've been blaming Skinner for his own definition of operant conditioning. And if you get on Google and look up the definition of operant conditioning, you're going to find a definition like it's a system of behavior modification using reward and punishment. That's not B.F. Skinner. Now, at the end of the, I've talked to two of Ivan's clients, and I've actually told Ivan that. Two clients, they spent $10,000 on a course to help their dog behaviorally. Guess what? None of it worked. They were really frustrated. It didn't work. Do you think Ivan gave the money back because it didn't work? No. Ivan didn't give them a refund, but they got one book at the end of the course. And what book was that? This is Ivan's client. He spent $10,000 on Ivan's course. You think he got a book from B.F. Skinner? Because Ivan is always blaming B.F. Skinner for the quadrants. No. Ivan Benavilov has given his clients the book Training Dogs from Conrad Most. But yet, Ivan Benavilov will not mention the name Conrad Most. No IGP trainer will, because they don't want you reading that book. Have a good night.